Hey guys, welcome to APG. My name is Alex and today is February 10th. You know what that means? It's Friday and it's time for the gaming news of the week. Now, this week, in my opinion, was basically Nintendo week because they had a Nintendo Direct on Wednesday. And it basically overshadowed everything else. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to talk about it, at least a couple of stuff. So yeah, let's get that stuff out of the way before we begin with the Nintendo stuff. Let's begin with Ubisoft. Ubisoft keeps screwing up. First Skull and Bones, and now they screwed up with the Division 2. Ubisoft screwed up so bad that they have broken the Division 2 in such a way that they have to rebuild an entire system before it can make any updates to the game and launch Season 11. Season 11 Reign of Fire was down to go live on the 7th of February, a couple days ago, but Ubisoft last week announced that the start of the new season had been delayed due to a localization issue. Now Ubisoft has admitted that when trying to fix this problem, it's actually broke the divisions to build generation system and can no longer update the game until the game has been rebuilt. So for those few players that are actually still playing the division, I'm surprised it's still alive. Well, you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer because, like I said, Ubisoft screwed up the game so bad that they can't even update it. God knows when the game will come back. I mean, when they'll be able to do the update to it. No, they just keep screwing things up. Skull and Bones, every other game that they canceled. You get the point. In a somewhat sad news, Dragon Quest series producer Ryota Aomi has left Square Enix. He announced this via Twitter. On Twitter, he wrote, I, Aomi, have left Square Enix. I apologize to everyone for this sudden announcement. I've been working at Square Enix for 13 years and have worked on Dragon Quest for 16 years, including the development period at my last job. Working on Dragon Quest was a dream of mine since elementary school. Every day was truly another tale. Before he was actually officially hired at Square Enix in 2013, he worked at Genius Seniority, where he was a planner for Dragon Quest Swords, The Masked Queen, and The Tower of Mirrors. He said on Twitter that he has begun to look for a new adventure at the next company, and he would like to tell us what he is doing, but we're just gonna have to be patient. Before closing it off, he left a heartfelt thanks to Dragon Quest series creator Yuji Horii, character designer Akira Toriyama, and late composer Koichi Sugiyama. Hopefully, Ryota Aomi has great adventures in the next one, and we thank him for all the adventures that he gave us in Dragon Quest. So yeah, now on to the Nintendo stuff. Now, like I said earlier in the video, this week Nintendo did a direct and they showed off a bunch of games coming to the Switch in the following months, and I thought I'd share at least my favorite ones out of the bunch. So beginning with Metroid Prime Remaster, this game originally came out way back in 2002, damn I'm old, for the Nintendo GameCube, the best console ever. Up until this point, the franchise Metroid was basically, 2D Metroid with elaborate stages and hidden treasures and whatnot. And Metroid Prime brought Metroid into the 3D world as basically an FPS. The game has been remastered for the Nintendo Switch, the first one. Nintendo didn't mention anything about the trilogy or Metroid 4. But at least we got some news on Metroid Prime. At least we're getting a Metroid Prime, albeit it's the first one. And no info on trilogy. Anyway, the game is available digitally to download right now. You can go and buy it in the Nintendo store. Or if you want a physical copy, like I do, then you're going to have to wait until February 22nd. That is when the game is going to come out. Next on the Nintendo Direct stuff, we have Pikmin 4. I am ready to be hurt again and have my small army. Nintendo released a trailer of Pikmin 4 and super excited for it. I love Pikmin 1, 2, 3. I bought it. Did I buy it? I have it. I have Pikmin 3 on the Wii U. It was a great game. and I can't wait for Pikmin 4 on the Nintendo Switch. In my opinion, this is the best thing that Nintendo showed off at the Nintendo Direct, and it was that they're finally bringing Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games to the Nintendo Switch online. If you don't have the expansion pass, then pack, whatever you want to call it, then you will only get Game Boy games. But if you have the advance pack, you will be getting Game Boy Advance games. So far, the games are The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, um, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. They are finally admitting this game is amazing. I love the Mario and Luigi RPG games. They're amazing. And on the Game Boy side, you get Kirby, which is where he first appeared, Wario Land, Tetris, Super Mario Kart on the Game Boy Advance, and some of these games even have online multiplayer, like Mario Kart, Super Mario Kart on the Game Boy Advance. But why play that one when you have Mario Kart 8? I don't know. And obviously, with time, Nintendo will be growing this collection so you can play whatever you want. And finally, to wrap up the Nintendo Direct stuff, they showed us The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. They showed off a bunch of, they showed off gameplay, they showed off when it's gonna come out. When it's gonna come out. They showed that the game will be out on May 12th, 2023. So just a couple more months and we'll be getting it in our hands finally. And unfortunately, there's some bad news for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It is going to cost $70. Nintendo says that they're going to treat this $70 pricing of games on a case by case basis. But that's bullshit. That's stupid. Because no Nintendo Switch game costs $70. I'm still playing those games in 720p. You can see pixels and everything. And I know people don't care. It's Zelda. They'll pay anything for Zelda. Maybe I might. But until Nintendo does a pro version of the Nintendo Switch, if you ask me, no Nintendo Switch game costs $70. I mean, they cost that on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S. I still don't agree with those, but at least they give me somewhat comfort that, okay, $70, look at this 4K graphics, ray tracing, blah, blah, blah. But Nintendo Switch? No. So yeah, thank you for watching this. Don't forget to tune in next week when we have more stuff. And don't forget to, slap that subscribe button. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.